Now, boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode, and the final episode of season number 1 here with this Ajax youth rebuild. It's been a decent season so far, which leaves us currently sat second in the league. So, can we go on and win the Eredivisie this season? It's been a difficult one, and to be honest with you, it is a toss-up between who has the better team, PSV or ourselves, Ajax. So it's not been an easy year. Only 4 defeats all season, 4 draws for PSV, 3 defeats, 5 draws. It's been very, very even. There's a big set of games to play. None really bigger than this first played game of the episode against Freiburg. Now, this one might go a little bit longer than the others in rebuild fashion, if we find ourselves going very deep in the Europa League. It's a competition. I feel like we've got the squad to win this season. Now, with this being more of a youth rebuild, we are trying to use the academy as much as possible. We're using this career mode to kind of check out the academy this year, see what we could do, see what some of the best techniques are to find certain players. I'm expecting it to be very similar, to be 100% honest with you, with players gone by, because you'll already see here the best players on this list are all Brazilian, technically gifted, and Brazil still works an absolute treat. We will, at the end of this episode, go through all the stats for the season, and we will promote the youth players that we think are ready to come to the starting 11. And Bruno Ferreira is, we already know, he's going to be promoted. There's no doubt in my mind. Bruno Ferreira is going to be called up to the first starting 11. Well, at least the main squad by the end of this episode. Let's get ourselves to this Freiburg game. 1-1 after the initial result. Now, if you are new around here and you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it as we go and lose to Vitesse. That's not a great way to start the episode. Also, smash the like button. You guys have shown a lot of love to this one. I knew it was never going to be as popular as the Tottenham Hotspur one, but it's nice to be able to branch off and do different things. Now, I do intend to do more of these style of rebuilds where it's about 2 or 3 episodes a season throughout FIFA 23. So leave feedback down below of potential teams that you'd like to see us do. I don't expect Freiburg to be an easy game. That loss in the league is very disappointing. We'll have Champions League regardless, but I would like to do whatever I can here to win a trophy. Now, we've tweaked the sliders, so we don't actually want 5 minutes anymore. 4-minute games on Legendary at the minute, and I'm enjoying it. We've still got player-based difficulty off. People are saying with new sliders, maybe it should be back on. I don't know. It was very overpowered last year, but we're going to keep it off for now. I'm quite happy with where they're at. Kudos and Coins Out are very unhappy. I can only pin that down most likely to game time. They're going to get the game time again. We've kind of trusted our youth this season, and they've done a job. But they can go on and do the same job here. Now, you will notice the squad is very thin. It's a very thin team at the moment to be playing in Europe. That is obviously going to change as the seasons go on. There's a lot of work to be done in the next transfer window in terms of bringing players in that are good quality, that are young. So make sure that you're getting your suggestions in, and as well, getting those youth players blooded into the squad, because a lot of the players this year have grown a lot and improved a lot. It's Yorkie's first game of the day, and you never know what's going to happen in Yorkie's first game of the day. And I will point this out, I will mention it. We do try and play with some semblance of realism here on the channel. There's only so much you could do, and I mentioned it before. If big teams do come in for our bigger players, Ajax would so. We saw it with Anthony. We would make sure we negotiate the best price that suits us, but we would be open to selling our star talent. Freiburg, not the easiest of sides to have got here, but it should be a side that we can win, right? Let's be honest. Ajax should be able to win them. Oh, that was great. Go on then, Brian. Oh, I do get that inside in the end. Brian Brobby, I'm going to have to cut that back. I can't. Ginter did fantastically. I'm just going to try and block off this. Just going to try and block it off. I'm not going to do a good job of it, and that in the end will be blocked. Timber can get it away, but not far enough. Eggestein now. He's a good player, and it's going to be 1-0 Freiburg. Defending all over the shop in the end. I said it was the first game of the day, so just don't. The first game of the day, I'm always caught slacking. We can come back, though. It's only 1-1. We need 2 goals to get ourselves back into this one, and everything will be hunky-dory. Williams. Oh, that's a good shot. Flecken saves it. Ex-Freiburg player Flecken, we should add as well. I don't really want to be in control. I want to be in control of Bassi there, and it just didn't let me. Brian Brobby will clear it very acrobatically with no need whatsoever. Bassi then wanted to give away a penalty. This could be 2 in this position. I'm conceding a lot from corners at the moment, but luckily we get away with it. This might be the moment. Brian Brobby should get onto that. Brian Brobby! Oh, what a save. He was offside, though, surely. But finally, we can get behind this back line. He wasn't offside, so that would have counted if he'd have scored there. That is really annoying. That'll work lovely. And out towards Brian Brobby. I'm thinking maybe you just don't run, because I can't win headers in the box at the moment unless you're completely wide open. You know, send out wide. Did have Brian Brobby in over the top. Still might have Brian Brobby in over the top if he can get to it. He can't. The goalkeeper is there at every step of the way at the moment. Not really creating much. Not found our mojo here in the first half. And we're 1-0 down and on our way to being knocked out. Probably, in my opinion, far too early in this competition. Alvarez then. Gonçalves this time might work out to get it to Kudos with a spectacular. He's put it beyond the post. Kudos just hasn't done it for us in front of goal this season. Once again, he hasn't. Nico Williams, a player you guys want me to sign. Well, they're bringing him off pretty early in this game. Do they believe this match is done and dusted already? Well, changes are needed. I think that's pretty evident. I don't know what changes I'm going to make here right now. I think I'm going to bring on Ocampos for Coensao, who's not played badly, but not played great. Kudos is going to come off. Be Harton as well. Oh, maybe do I go Berghaus there, actually? No, we're going to go with the experience of Berghaus out wide. And Ocampos is going to play on the left because Bergwijn hasn't been in the game. I'm going to change the tactic up quite a bit. I'm going to maybe go a little bit less wide on the defensive style, but we're going to still stay very high. And we've been slow build-up, but I'm going to change that to fast build-up and forward runs. Drop our width just a touch. Pull that one back. Again, I just can't cut inside with him at the minute. I will get that one across in the end. Oh, this might work out. Hatton! Oh, what a save from the keeper. I mean, we've taken theirs. Someone did mention in the Spurs series, I've upped the goalkeepers a lot. Maybe I've upped them too much. It's not ideal, but Brian Brobby's going to come off the pitch. We're going to bring on Luca. It's a very different looking side now. Let's see what they could do. I'm going to curl that one in. I think did we get onto that, or is it another corner? Another corner. Getting a lot of them now. See what I can do this time round. Curl that one in. There to Ocampos. It's beyond the post. Every opportunity we're having just is not going where we need it. Alvarez back into Berghaus. Out wide to Lorenzo Luca. This is a big moment for the young Italian. He hits the crossbar. Can you believe it right now? Can you genuinely believe it? Ocampos' touch is poor. It's a good job he's only on loan. He won't be with us next season. But Luca has just hit the crossbar. That was the moment, lads. That might be the only moment we're going to get here in order to win this one, unless they give the ball back here. But we're not going to be able to get a good enough header off that. The Silva now. Well, is it going to let me change to the player I want? It's absolutely not. Timber is going to be on the ball in the end, and they're going to try and play that one across. Flecken will get there. Now, this is the moment. Alvarez pings that one over. Taylor wants Ocampos. He's going to wait for the run from Ocampos. Ocampos isn't silly. Oh, Luca, you're just a little bit ahead. Maybe it's Ocampos' ball that's a little bit ahead. And we have thrown this one away. That was the last opportunity. I can't believe how many chances we've had. It's a good save from Flecken in the end there. And the whistle's going to go here. It is. It's going to be 1-0 to Freiburg. Ajax out of the Europa League here this season. Very disappointing. I don't know how we didn't score, to be 100% honest with you. Really frustrating not to find the back of the net. I want to look at the match stats. They had chances towards the end, but we threw everything at the game. 6 shots, 61% possession. We have to be doing better with our possession. The focus now will hopefully be on trying to win the league. No Europa League for us next season. Don't have to worry about that too much unless we're handed like the group of death. The board, though, don't like me too much right now. I'm hoping that is going to change as long as that well, we've done this, the brand exposure, and it's just the domestic. So they want us to win the league. Let's go and win the league. We do have winnable league games left. AZ, the biggest league game that we need to play. And we pick back up with a win against Heerenveen, or else this will be an awful month. We can. NEC next with a victory. Let's see if we can get one against Sparta as well. We're going to play the AZ game, I think, and then we might play some highlights depending where we are in the table. Board aren't happy, but let's see if we can bring in some more superstars and just ease that a little bit. I'm now going to promote the players as well. I'm going to do it now because they want us to do it within 2 years. And I'm just going to do it straight away. No one from Holland so far, but this Jacobs lad could be fairly decent. We'll add him. Renzo Peters has really good potential, but if he's at the bottom end of his overall, I'm going to sign him because he's 15. Morocco really hasn't done anything for me so far either. Like, just absolutely nothing. Apart from maybe the Saeed lad. See, he was 400k, but his upper end of potential was really bad. I do think we're a little bit light, so we are going to promote Ferreira here. Right wing for Saeed. We'll see him going up to a 66. Renzo Peters has tons of pace. He's clearly a winger, right? Because he's technically not good at anything else. Can't play in the wing back positions. He is right-footed. I don't need another right winger. I'm going to train him to play left wing because his weak foot is 5-star. Absolutely rapid, though. Maybe we'll be able to make something out of him. Let's promote Ferreira. That'll be one player instantly into the senior squad that hopefully can work wonders for us. So this is the league standings going into the AZ game. And I don't think we can catch PSV, to be honest with you now, because they haven't slipped up once, and we have. In that game against, it wasn't Herenveen, was it? I can't remember who it was against, but we have slipped up once and they haven't slipped up at all. We will play against AZ though. Hopefully get ourselves a good result. There's only 3 games left, so they need to slip up in a major way, but it does look like second place here for us in the Eredivisie this season, and not a great showing for ourselves in the Europa League, which, you know, is frustrating, but it's been a transitional year for this Ajax team. We've changed a lot. This starting 11 is very different. We've gone with the youth. It's a very different starting 11, so I have changed a lot in this team, and I did expect it not to be the easiest of seasons, but as the seasons go on, I think it's just going to get easier and easier with the talent we've got. Definitely need a left back next season as well. Without a doubt, we really need a left back. If Kick Pierre could play at left back to some degree, that might be an option for us. It's the starting 11 to take on AZ though. We're at home, which is always good to see. Brian Brobby, Ferreira getting his start here for Ajax, the youth academy player. Let's see how we get on with him today. We have changed some stuff up tactically for this one as well. If it works, we will change to that, I think, for the rest of this season and then moving into next season. The plan was definitely to play the final game of the season as well, but it looks like it's just not going to be our year here with Ajax. But I'm happy with the foundations we built. I really am. I'm happy with the players that we promoted, the players that we're now bringing through. I think the squad's going to go from strength to strength. I've mentioned it, PSV just have a very, very good squad at the start of FIFA career mode. Now, whether they keep all those players, maybe not. Cody Gakpo's, players like that, they might not be able to keep hold of. And if they don't, they're going to get weaker and weaker, as we should get progressively stronger as the seasons go on. And probably to kick us off, Kudos being given different instructions in this one, which is what I'm probably going to be most intrigued to watch, to see how the instructions that I've given him are going to play out. I'm hoping very successfully. Oh, that's lovely footwork for Bergwijn. He really is neat and tidy. Class, and then spotting Kudos with the run. Kudos looping header well wide. He just needs to get more clinical, to be honest with you. I think he's been very good this season. I'm excited to see what he does for us. He's going to be a beast. We know that throughout this series. He's going to be a beast. Kudos nearly wins that, though. Alvarez ends up on the ball. Alvarez! Oh, he's at the crossbar. It's twice we've hit the crossbar now in today's episode. Oh, they made a mistake. I feel like they was forced into it. Kudos then, trying to find Brian Brobby. He does, Brobby! Oh, why is he headed it? I should have let it come down. Should have let that come down. That would have been what you would have expected to be a goal. Now, I will show the tactic if you guys want me to. It's very, very aggressive. I'm not going to lie. Brian Brobby might be in again here. This time I will let it come down. He will catch it. He will hit it. And it's going to be 1-0 Ajax. I will show off the tactics if you want to see them. I've never, ever said that I'm in any way, shape, or form very good at tactics on FIFA, but I like to try out different stuff and kind of actually play around with the tactics a little bit more than maybe some other people do. I don't know what they do, but maybe we can start showcasing them a little bit if you guys just want to see what we're trying to do with the team. The style of football we're trying to play, most importantly. Brian Brobby's been on fire all season. I haven't actually looked at the player stats purposely so I can be shocked when we look at them at the end of the year. And I think Brian Brobby's are going to surprise me most. Absolute standout year for him. And a big question might even be, can we keep hold of him? How nice is it, though, to see Ferreira in an Ajax kit? Come on, boys. Talk to me. How good of a feeling is this? He looks good in that Ajax kit, right? He looks very good in it. Let's get a better image. Look at this man. Hopefully, he's the future. Number 10, straight off the bat for Ferreira. 72 rated straight off the bat. It's nuts. Now, we do play really aggressive, so I do always expect to get caught out. It does mean we need quick defenders, or else we would be in trouble. And quick defenders, just like that. Bassi has been a beast in this save so far. Oh, that's nice. Because now I've just got bodies piling down the wing. Bergwijn is set to cut inside. He's going to get to that. He's so good. Oh, it's not a bad ball back. Kudos! Oh, finally! Finally, the man finds the back of the net. That was unreal football. I don't think AZ are at our level, if I'm being honest. I don't think they are. They haven't had a great season. They're not the AZ of the past. Kudos there, finally bagging a goal. I know he scored in the Sims, but I've just super struggled. That's a great cutback for Bergwijn as well, and a great finish from Kudos. I've gone a little bit more over the top with the tactic for this one than I had done in the past. It might just work in my favour. Go on, Bergwijn. Well, they're going to track him, which surely that's fine. You can keep tracking him. Why is Brian Brobby so deep? Brian Brobby is set to get in behind. Go on then, Ferreira. It's not going to be Ferreira. It's going to be Kudos. Oh, he's put it beyond the post. I think he was offside, right? But that was close. This should show as if it... Yeah, he was offside. But Ferreira wouldn't have been if we'd have just got more power on it for the Brazilian. Devastated. Kudos. Where's Ferreira? Ferreira then. In behind to Brian Brobby. It's beautiful. Brian Brobby. Is he onside? I think he is. That will be Ferreira's first assist for Ajax. Brian Brobby makes it 3-0. And this game is over before it even started, if we're being honest. We've absolutely dominated it. Well in, Ferreira. What a ball in. This new tactic, this aggressive tactic, is definitely what I think I'm going to change the team to. Bergwijn. Get to that. And Kudos. Still make you run. Still make you run. Kudos! Oh, my God. It's a robbery here. It's a murder. Sorry, should I say. Kudos now with 2. Brobby with 2. It's 4-0 Ajax. AZ just cannot stack up to us right now. Great ball in, though, by Bergwijn. Really good. He's facilitated 2 now. Outside of the foot. Beautiful stuff. But do we need to play the second half at this stage? Let's see what happens in the opening moments. I'm going to sub a lot of players off. Half time, which is the perfect time to make wholesale changes. Kudos. I know you're on a hat-trick, mate, but I want to give some of the younger players opportunities. Bassi's going to come off as well. Brian Brobby's going to come off for Lorenzo Luca. And Bergwijn's going to come off Coinsel. And I'm just going to make all those changes because we might as well bring the youth on at this point. This is, honestly, absolutely all over them. I'm not stressed about this whatsoever. I think make the wholesale changes. Why the hell not? I've got everyone basically on aggressive press, which is dangerous. But we're playing like high frills football at the moment with Ajax. Think of Bielsa, but the Yorkshire Yorkiemann version. That's what I want you to think. That's how I've got this Ajax team playing at the moment. Is honestly, we are overloading them. That is a great ball to Lorenzo Luca, who then is going to play a great ball into Ferreira with a cheeky chip. The Brazilian nets on his debut for Ajax. Oh my God, what a moment. What a moment for that young man, fresh out the academy. And he's in there bagging a goal like that, showing his quality. Anthony, who? Step aside, my friend. Good ball into Luca. Luca's pass actually was pinpoint. And what a cheeky chip from Ferreira. That's 5-0. And that, to me, signals the sign at 5-0 that they've had enough. We don't need to keep doing this. We're going to jump to the sim. We're not. We're just going to jump to result and see what it gives us. 6-0 in the end. Wijndal scoring a goal late on. 14 shots in total. Genuinely unreal that. That was... We were just miles better than them. We were miles above them in terms of performance. But we're still way behind PSV. Let's see if we could beat Go Ahead, and then we'll judge it from there. Surely, these last 2 games are just given. I'm saying they are, but we do. So 3-0. Is there still any hope that we can win? Because if there's not, there's no point us playing it. 4 points. There's no hope. So there's just no point us playing this game. I do think we'd absolutely batter Fortuna Sittard. I really do. There's genuinely no point. We might as well do the end of season roundup here at this point. 4-1 victory. Ajax will finish second in the league this season. It's not ideal, but I think as we saw in that AZ game, right? They're 4th in the league, and we absolutely battered them. There's only 2 teams in this league at the moment until we see different transfers happen. And that young core is really starting to come together. So I'm not stressed. I'm really not stressed about it. Let's look at the youth academy first here. Peters has completed his plan. Fingers crossed that with him completing this plan as a left winger, he's all right, 53. So the top end of it. I'm going to train the hell out of him because I really want a Dutch player to come into this team and be good, but I'm not filled with confidence at the minute. The youth academy obviously massive in this one. I don't know who I want to promote. I think Saeed could actually be brought up at this stage. Right wing, centre mid, Cam, potentially. I think he would probably be maybe the only player here because we've got, what, 3 17-year-olds? I don't think Castro's good enough, but we don't have a backup left back, actually. So Castro will be promoted to the senior squad with between a range of 80 and 86 potential. Alves, the jury is still out, so I'm going to leave him there, obviously, at 15. Then it's Cabral and Saeed. I'm actually going to give you guys the opportunity here. I think Saeed is probably good enough to call up now. It will be a loan deal. Let's be honest. It's going to be a loan deal that happens with him. I'm not sure that Cabral is is at the stage where I want to bring him up at this moment in time. And Barbosa would be, but he's too young. Let's see how the squad actually got on this season. The board aren't the happiest with me, but they're not, you know, they're not completely unhappy. I was going to do it by goals. I'm not. I'm actually just going to do it by position. So Flecken comes into the team, has a fairly decent season. He's got 1 assist, which makes you wonder how he got that. He was a major step up from past fair as well. Let's be honest with you. Castro there, we've just promoted up by 3. We do have a left back out on loan. Well, we've got 2 left backs out on loan, don't we? They may be in the reckoning. I don't think Saladin will maybe get the opportunity here. We'll maybe see if he goes out on loan again. But Bass, maybe at 20 years of age, get rotation. Windal is by a country mile the starter, going up by 4. Bassy, I forgot to actually just fully retrain as a centre-back. I want him as my centre-back. I'm retraining him for the centre-back position now because I'm not doing him any favours. Kick Pierre, gone up by 3. Hopefully, he'll keep on increasing. Ablin went up by 3 on loan, so that's good to see. Timber up by 5. Really good season from him. 45 appearances. Sanchez actually got a lot of football at right back. He's gone up by 4. Like, did not expect to see that. Wrench up by 4 as well. Regia up by 4, the 19-year-old. So maybe another year's loan and then see what happens. Grealish, great season. 9 assists, 8 goals, up by 2, the Austrian. Alvarez, 3 goals and 3 assists, up by 4 for the Mexican. Maybe the question will be is how long can we hold him? Drame will come back and be trained instantly to play on that left wing. I really like him in real life, so I'm just hoping I can get good growth out of him. And if Taylor maybe didn't see the minutes he would have wanted, but up by 3 this season. Jansen's gone. We don't need to care about him. Fitzjim going up by 4 out on loan. Berghaus up by 1. 10 goals, 7 assists. I mean, at 31, brilliant season for him, and up by 1. He's the club captain. We need him around again next season, I think, because he needs to really be the facilitator for Kudos and Mohamed to be they're the next wave, right, of cams for us. Let's be honest, at 21 and 22. The Ghanaian ended with only 2 goals, though. I've mentioned this. That cam position needs more goals. Berghaus has offered that. Kudos, when he's been given the opportunities, just hasn't offered it. Hopefully, with continuous training, he will. Klassen, 18 appearances. He's 30. I'm just going to list Klassen right now. Bergvine inspired signing. Got him up by 4. I mean, this guy was a beast for me in the Tottenham series on last year's game, and he looks like he's going to be a beast for us in this Ajax series unless somebody comes in for him. A big club. 17 goals, 10 assists. Can't ask for much more from your left winger. Coinsao up by 4 as well. Good to see the 20-year-old. 1 goal, 2 assists. Need to improve in that area. Because Ferreira, with just 1 game, up by 6, by the way. With just 1 game, 1 goal, 1 assist. Absolutely love that for him. Campos is going to go back, which is not a problem. I didn't personally enjoy using him. He did okay in the sim. It didn't do well, let's be honest. That right side was a problem in terms of goals for us. Tadic did have a pretty decent half season though before going to Liverpool. And then the one that will probably shock the world, Brian Brobby. I don't think there will have been a more prolific goal scorer in the world in this year, in this season. Maybe Haaland, and that would be it. 45 appearances, 41 goals, 3 assists. We don't care about the assists. 41 goals. Brian Brobby had a breakout season and puts himself in contention for being one of the best strikers in the world in terms of his form. When I say that, guys, I do mean the game world that we're in right now. Nobody in the comments now go, Brian Brobby's crap. I just mean in this game world that we're playing in right now. But up by 5 as well. So can we hold on to Brian Brobby? I think we'll definitely get 1 more season of Brian Brobby being our man up top. But after that, if he goes into the 85-86 range with this kind of goal return, which can he produce that again next season? You've got to imagine one of the big boys will be sniffing about. Luca didn't get that much game time, but he has gone up by 3, and I do intend to use him a lot more next season. 74 rated overall. Who's on our short list, to be fair? Because I haven't really scouted players. I have just let you guys do it. I need to remember that the transfer hub is here. And I quite like the list we've got at the moment. I have added a few players, obviously, over time, but mainly you guys. Nico Williams is one that you guys really are hot on, so I think if we were going to sign him, this might be the series to pick him up. Javi Simons is one as well, but they won't sell to me. That's the problem with PSV. I really like the look of Nathaniel Mbaku because of his versatility to play on the right, play at cam, and really play as a striker. That could be it. I'd looked at Tete as well as the Anthony replacement, but I like Ferreira right now. I think we're going to use him. If anything, I would like it if you guys could suggest me a centre-back, I think, is a key position, and maybe another centre-mid. I did add Arnstead to the list because he grows pretty well on this year's game. He would be a project for us and a young player to bring in. But I'm just open for more suggestions of players that you've got. I don't know how long this video is going to have been because it's a rebuild. The money that we have at the current moment in time is not unreal, 19 million. We will sim to the end of the season, actually, and just see what a budget will be for next year. Hopefully, the board aren't too unhappy with me. We've got some offers here, actually. Campos is going, not an issue. I do feel like, though, to be fair, that in terms of what they expected from me, I did the majority. So surely they don't sack me. They would have done already. Still Morocco not really sending anyone that's going to be of any value to us. Oh, Nadir Ali. Okay, you are signed up. Let's deal with this wrench offer before we look at him. 16 million from Porto. Reject that instantly. 63 overall already as a right back. Oh, he's got 85 physical. He's not a bad dribbler and his pace is okay. I don't think he's a right back for me. If I can work on this well enough, I think he might even be a centre back, but he's 5'7". Although Martinez for Man United is not exactly the world's tallest centre back. What about a CDM? I'm thinking that physical is just instantly making me think CDM. What does it reckon at CDM? 4 weeks, and then at centre back would be 2 weeks. I'm actually going to go CDM. I mean, this guy could be our CDM for the future. I just did not expect to find him here right at the end of this episode. Oh, we've got an offer in for Klassen already. Villarreal, 14.7 million. Again, I'm going to try and play realistic. I know I could probably milk more money out, but I think for a player that's not wanted by the club at 30, 14.7 million, considering the season he had, and that's actually a really good deal for us. And I think he'll add some depth there for Villarreal. So surprise, surprise then, as we show David Klassen the door, I am still manager for this season here at Ajax, so not too much of a worry. Who cares about this competition at the start of the year? I never do. Let's see what the budget is. Let's see what the objectives are actually for this season, just to see if I can make them a little bit happier, because we're currently 51, which has still kept us in a job, which is good. So sign at least 3 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average. We can do that straight from the academy. Sign 2 players in your academy assigned to the defender position. So we're going to have to send the scouts out for a defender. Now, give me places to send the scouts. This is your opportunity to say that. Within 2 seasons, sign 2 youth players to the senior team, play them in 10 matches, either as part of the starting 11 or coming off the subs bench. We can do that this year. I mean, Ferreira will be one of them, and we will promote another to do that. As it is critical, get 10 games with at least 1 goal scored in away matches this season. Should be easy. Sign 1 crucial first team player assigned to the midfielder position. So that's something we need to keep an eye on to make the board happier. Semi-final the Champions League. I mean, that's just not achievable. But I think if we tie up these 2, that should see us good and win the league title, which we want to do, and win the cup. So if we do these 3, the board should love me again. And financially, this year, we're going to have 62 million. So we need a crucial midfielder, which means we're probably going to have to sign someone with relatively good experience. So that is important. And then apart from that, it's all youth focus from there, lads. That's going to be it though for the end of this episode and the end of this season. I'm looking forward to seeing what your guys' feedback is for the new season that will be starting very soon. I think probably by the end of this week. It depends. I'm heading back to work now. So the plan from this point on is Monday to Friday uploads. 5 videos a week guaranteed is the plan, unless something comes up, and then being Monday to Friday. There might be the odd weekend upload, there might be so on and so forth, but yeah, that's the plan moving forward. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.